Good morning guys, welcome to the YouTube. Today is Friday and we are running our first high day today. I'm about to do my first lot of fasted check-ins out here. The last time I checked in was the Friday before we left. I haven't done any post-workout visuals, I haven't done any fasted check-ins since, but I can already tell you this is absolutely the flattest that I've ever been this prep. Still not super lean, but I've dropped 1.7 kilos in 5 days, which is nearly 4 pounds. So basically since arriving in Dubai, somehow everything's just started moving well. I had 2 days off cardio on Sunday and Monday, and then we introduced cardio back in, so I've been doing 45 minutes on the watt bike for the last 3 days, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Food has been the same. I have not had a high day or anything of that nature for around 3 weeks. So 3 weeks ago was the last 2 high days. We've been digging for 3 weeks, and I was at a new low this morning of 101.5 kilos. I think before I come out I was like 103.2 and 103.6, so nearly 2 kilo down in a week. So the plan of action today is pose now, do my faster check-ins, which are going to look very flat, I can already tell. Training's been decent this week, you know, I've been getting somewhat of a pump. Strength is kind of diminishing a little bit, but I've still had a good week of sessions. Like, the enjoyment of training at Dungeon just carries you through every session. Like, it's amazing in there, it's my favourite gym probably in the world. So faster check-ins now. We're going to get some snaps on the iPhone for the group on WhatsApp for all the people in there, and then I will get some content on here for the YouTube so you can see all of the poses. Obviously this is not me looking, you know, because I am flat, it's not going to be a good representation of maybe how conditioned I have got in the last 3 weeks. But we should start to look a little bit leaner, and then we're going to probably run 2 high days based on how flat I am. We're going to run a high day today and an off plan tonight, most likely sushi. So let's get it.
That's it. Let's go, come on. Good.
Alright guys, so meal 1 is getting knocked up early because we have got lots to do today. We're actually going to the cinema tonight, and we want to go out for our off plan obviously before the cinema, so we'll probably be eating at like 5:45, 6 o'clock in the restaurant, and then cinemas at like 7:15. So what I'm going to do with this high day, basically I'll run you through all the details when we sit down and eat. I'm just making the oats at the moment. I'm probably just going to have 3 on-plan meals, but very big ones, because we'll have breakfast now, then we'll have pre in 2.5 hours, then we'll train legs, then come home, and that'll be like 2:30, 3 o'clock will be post-workout meal. And then I want to leave a bit of a gap because I'm having an off plan. Because technically the off plan tonight will basically be 2 on-plan high day meals in one, because, you know, I've got 3 meals. So it's probably going to be sushi and a burger. I want some sweets from the cinema for some extra carbs. So I'm just going to be a little bit more relaxed tonight. As you can see in the posing photos, this is me very, very flat, but I do feel leaner, so we're on the right trajectory. Probably going to run 2 high days, but today will be like the big high day, you know, around 6,000 cals. And then tomorrow will be more moderate, and it will just be fully on plan, and it will be like 600 or 700 carbs. So total carbs for the whole 2 high days will probably be like 1,600, 1,700. This is going to be, I'm excited for these. I've been hungry the last 2 days, and I've got to make these oats perfectly. I'm the best oat maker,
Very precise.
not just in the country, but globally. Nobody touches my dark chocolate oats and honey. Nobody.
It's absolute precision.
Okay then, so meal 1 going down. It looks bigger than it is because it's on 2 plates, but it's just because we haven't got like really big plates like we do at home. So I've got 5 slices of toast, basically 2 bagels, because I usually have 2 bagels at home, 300ml egg whites, 120 salmon, and then I've got, so that looks good, and it has to be the 0% sugar, the 0 sugar tomato ketchup, because that is elite. That is the best ketchup you can get ever. The normal ketchup is not all that. The 50%, not all that. The 0, absolutely perfect. And then here, if you can see that, I have 150 oats. It's hot, like cake, with 25 grams dark chocolate, 15 gram of honey. So I'll kind of quickly run you through like my plan of action for today. Like I said, we'll probably only run with 3 meals. So those 3 meals are going to equate to around 220 protein, 500 carb, 50 fat. Now, generally on high days, you know, you just want to be increasing carbohydrates to increase glycogen stores, refill all your muscles, and get ready for the next, you know, week of training. Because obviously you're very depleted, your intramuscular levels of glycogen are down. Yes, obviously as well, triglycerides intramuscularly are depleted also, but not to the extent of glycogen, and the glycogen is going to impact training a hell of a lot more. So generally you'll keep your fats low. The reason why I've kept my fats at 50 is because my meal later is going to have high fat. Like if I have a burger and chips, it's going to be another 50, 60 gram of fat. I'm not too stressed about the off-plan meal tonight. I'm just going to have what I want. I'm probably going to get a burger and sushi, because sushi's high carb, and then a cookie and some sweets at the cinema. Again, high carb. The cookie has some fats in. So I'm just keeping my fats minimal in the day. When I have my second high day tomorrow, it will literally be probably like 220, 250 protein, 700 carb, 40 fat for the whole day, 40, 50 fat. Whereas today, you're probably going to be hitting more 100 gram of fat, 220 protein. If we manage to, like if I do the calories here, if we manage to do this, if we say the protein later is going to be quite high as well, let's just say 300 protein. Let's say we clock 900 carb and then 100 fat. It's 5,700 calories. So I'm probably going to be clocking about 6,000 calories today. And this is obviously meal 1, so I'm going to tuck into this and enjoy this. And then we've got pre, I'll take you through that, and then we're training legs today. I was happy with the posing this morning. Definitely the best I've looked so far this prep. You know, no harsh drugs in there at the moment. Smooth sailing, I'm feeling good. I was up at 4 a.m. this morning. I've kind of been waking up a little bit earlier, but my sleep's been good. But this morning I was up at 4 and I just got straight up, and because we haven't got to go to the gym to do cardio and that, I just cracked on with an hour and a half work, went and did some abs in the gym and then started posing. So hungry for this 6,000 calorie high day plus cheat meal. Let's go. All right guys, pre-workout, it's boiling. That's not gone very well, but basically what I'm doing here with this high day, right? Because you've got to understand, when you're on plan, you're eating normal meals. I've been eating the same meals every day. So like, I'll run through my meals quickly. So just every day at the moment, let's say, because we only had one meal before we train, so the structure has changed. But at home, it would be wake, salmon, egg whites, bagel, then pre-workouts, cream of rice, post-workouts, cream of rice, and then it will be 2 to 3 chicken meals, whether it's 5 meals or 6 meals a day. Usually with work and training and the time we're out of the house, I just do 5 meals. So that's like 2 cream rice meals, a bagel, salmon, egg whites, and then 2 chicken meals, basically. Chicken with veg at the moment. Around 2,900 calories and then 2,500 rest days. The rest days are 6 meals, but it's the same foods, just with another chicken meal. So on your high days, obviously, like what I do with clients as well is when they're craving stuff, like things like dark chocolate, nut butter, jam, you can put all these things into your high day meals, assuming they fit macro-wise. You're still getting the quality of calories in. It's just the stuff that you can't really have when your fats are really low or your carbs are really low on normal food, is when you can kind of spice your meals up a bit. So like today, for me, the dark chocolate oats, really nice. Salmon and egg whites remain consistent. Here, I wouldn't usually put dark chocolate, again, it's only 1 square, on my cream of rice. So I've got 150 cream of rice, 50 gram of whey, 40 gram of jam, which wouldn't usually be there, strawberry jam, 100 gram strawberries, and then it was like 10 gram of dark chocolate. And then I will have 2 of these cookies, pre-legs. They're just like cheapish cookies, lowish fat, highish carb. One's from like Spinneys, they taste really nice. So I'm gonna have 2 cookies, 150 cream of rice. That comes out to, this morning's food was 1,500 calories for meal 1. This meal here is 1,186. 200 gram of carb, 15 fat, 50 protein. And then we'll train, and then like I said, we've probably only got time for 1 meal after, which again, I'm gonna make different to what I usually have. Usually I have chicken and mushrooms or chicken and veg and salad. But today, Tony was making she makes chicken cheese bagels every day as part of her meal plan. And I'm looking at it thinking, oh, I fancy that. So I've bought a pack of bread rolls, like white rolls. And instead of, obviously I hadn't got rice on my chicken meals, but instead of what would be rice, instead of having loads of rice on your high day, I'm eating rice or veg all the time. So I'll drop my veg out and I'll just have the chicken burgers and make a nice meal, same carbs as what rice would be, but just having a nicer meal with it. So obviously on your high days, you don't want to be eating everything for the sake of it, but can you make your current meals taste a lot better with little things? Absolutely. You've got the calories to play with to do it. Like usually my chicken and veg meals, that's all I've got calories for after I've had my 3 carb meals around training. But today, where I've got like 500 gram of carb before we go out, 3 bread rolls is like 120 carb. Lovely, fits perfect. So I can have nice meals all day, still hitting the perfect macros. It all digests well. Nothing that I have is not going to digest or sit right. I've got a glucose disposal agent as well, so just have 3 caps of that. I'm going to enjoy this cream of rice, 2 cookies, and then we will get on to train legs, which is going to be hard. I have to still be careful of my knee. Knee's been great this week, but like with the way I train legs, you just still have to be careful. So whether it's going to be low volume per exercise or lighter weight, I just want to have a good leg session. It's the first leg session out here. Come back, probably have the chicken burgers, let that digest. That's 3 big meals. That takes you to 3,500 calories, 500 carb, and then enjoy this off plan later, which I'm excited for sushi and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm going to sit down, enjoy this, and we'll probably vlog the leg session actually, so you can see.
Yep.
Free. Good for me. One more.
Fish. Go, Tone. Yeah.
J'ai tant que certains sont là, c'est pas en état de manger. Ouais.
Alles schon ausprobiert. Ich habe sogar schon gesagt, nicht machen. Mach einfach kreativ, habe ich gesagt. Heute geht's auf über 5 Du läufst schrecken. Man hört die Worte nicht, was die Menschen sehen. Die Menschen entscheiden. Man will nicht drüber nachdenken. Das ist das Geilste daran. Ich habe Zeit gehabt, da muss ich wirklich alles umdrehen. Das will ich jetzt nicht. Und das ist halt nur geklappt, weil ich halt auch konsequent weißt du, vernünftig entscheide. Das bringt jetzt nichts, hinzufliegen und alle aus Italien, einen Tag lang und ich denke dann eine Woche lang, shit.
Yeah, it was quite busy. The weather was great. Oh yeah. Yeah, but it's not.
So, Luke, read clearly.
You ain't eating all them.
These belong to Tony. All of these babies. Well, to be fair, I already did have a little bit. So we've got an
Oreo Biscoff.
How dense that is. We've got Biscoff. What else did we get? Oh, we got a big one, which I think is literally, I think they just said milk chocolate, but it's pretty much really stuffed. Birthday cake, can't go wrong with a birthday cake. And that one was just a mini chocolate one, which I already had half of. So, but that was pretty good.
I'm gonna have probably 2 post sushi. So we'll have like half each of all 4 of the big ones. So you can have the rest of the small one. And then I'll probably get some sweets at the cinema because I like pick and mix. And it's extra carbohydrates going straight into the muscle. So yeah, we're gonna head out to sushi now. I'll get a film, I'll get a clip of the sushi and whatever I get. And we'll see you at the restaurant. And then it's time to relax and enjoy a nice film. And then the other moderate high day tomorrow, and then we are back to work. I was chatting with Mark in the gym from Ultraflex. He lives in Dubai now. And he was having a good chat with me earlier, just saying, you know, giving a little bit of a confidence boost and you know, supporting me, which is nice. It's nice to see. And I was just telling him, look, 8, 12 and 14 weeks they're big dates to me. So we're pushing for this 4 weeks. We keep moving, but like today, this is not gonna stress me out. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna overanalyze this. I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna soak it all up and then I'm gonna get back to work Sunday. And you'll probably find that I drop another 1.5 kilos next week. So it's about having feed ups at the right time. Don't feel guilty. If you're doing it too much, yeah, you're just eating off plan for no reason and you're not actually making progress. But pulling off 2 kilos in a week, it's a lot. And pulling off like 4.5 kilos, 5 kilos, I think 4.5 in like the last 3 weeks. So it's definitely needed. So I'm gonna enjoy these cookies, gonna enjoy the sushi, and we'll see you guys at the restaurant. That is my beautiful view for the evening. And the buildings ain't too bad either.
Oh, Nothing there. The fountains ain't there.
The fountains ain't there anymore. The fountains aren't there. They're being rebuilt, I think. So we have got burger and chips coming. Tony's got chips. That's coming first, and then the sushi's coming after because the sushi takes a little bit longer. And the sushi here is absolutely unbelievable. We've been to a few sushi places in Dubai, but not loads, but 2 or 3. No, 3. Here, art library, sushi art library, that was terrible. And then Kcal over the road there. Kcal was good, but this, they have Wagyu sushi. 6 pieces of Wagyu sushi with the platter that you get. Then they have a dynamite shrimp roll, and they have the California roll, mate. Just absolute levels. I'd say this is the best sushi I've ever had. Not that I'm a massive sushi connoisseur, and I've been to tons of places in the UK and that. I know a lot of bodybuilders are into sushi. But the stuff I've had in the UK is, I'd rather have something else. Whereas this, is really, really nice. So just waiting for it to come out now. Lovely, thank you very much.
I have a plain mayo,
Plain mayo?
onion,
Yep.
and the ones inside your dressing sauce.
Love. More mayo for yourself, just in case. Yes, please. Thank you. So we've got burger and fries to start. Onion rings. I'm gonna take one of the onion rings out because it doesn't need to be that thick.
I'll have an onion ring.
That's dynamite shrimp. There's only one roll, but we've got a platter coming. Waiting for the platter. I was sitting there starving. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what? I could film these 15k challenges. Do you know what I mean? Post show, right? 6 to 8 weeks after the shows. So whenever the last show is. If it's the last show, October 18th, and we get what we want, we'll reverse the 6 weeks and then we'll do eating challenge. If not, if it's at mid-November or end of November, 6 to 8 weeks from there, after that, when I've reversed perfectly, we're going to do a 15k eating challenge. Tony's going to try 8k,
I reckon I can do 8.
and I'll try 15. And I'm going to try 8 to 10 of those clean. Have a bite of this.
2 minutes, you're gonna get the platter.
Okay, thank you.
How was that?
Very
Crunchiness,
good.
you can feel the meat.
Very nice. Masterpiece. It's got onion rings, bacon, cheese, and a prime burger with bacon as well. Better than Five Guys, that is. Anyway, going to tuck into this and then we'll show you the platter after. 2 more dynamite shrimp. Tony had the first one. California rolls with salmon avocado. This sushi, the Wagyu, is absolutely outrageous. And then you've got some salmon and tuna in there as well. But I'll come for the Wagyu. The Wagyu is the best sushi I've had. So I'm going to finish this burger, tuck into these if she hasn't eaten it already by the time I've finished my burger. Otherwise I'll be getting another platter, so I'm hungry. Yes, people, I hope you are very well on this fine Saturday morning. So, yesterday was eventful. The cookies were absolutely unbelievable. I had some sweets in the cinema and I was absolutely stuffed last night. And the burger was lovely. We enjoyed a very nice night. The film was very good, Weapons, horror film, with Josh Brolin, who played Thanos in Avengers. So I would highly recommend going to see that. We're probably going to go cinema once or twice more out here, but obviously just not eat. And I'll just take a meal with me. So we can still enjoy, the nightlife as such. We'll probably go a little bit earlier. We didn't get back till late last night. We had a little bit of a lay and moving a little bit slower today because obviously I haven't got cardio early. We're going to run just a moderate high day today. It's just going to be, 600 gram of carb. I'll do 250 protein, 600 carb, and then 30 fat. Here we've got meal 1. We'll smash through today, the last day. Obviously, gained scale weight last night. You're always going to gain scale weight from eating a cheat meal off plan. I'll probably get the posing photos Monday. So I've got delts and arms today, and I was going to get some photos, but I always seem to look better. If I have 1 or 2 high days, I always seem to look better the day or 2 after, just when I've washed that water off. And I'm obviously full but a little bit drier than the day after the off plan, which makes sense because, you know, you gain 2 kilo overnight after a heavy off plan or something like that. A lot of it is intramuscular glycogen, but a lot of it's also water within that muscle cell, but also water outside the cell. So you're just trying to get rid of that, which will come off naturally tonight and Sunday. And then Monday when I do push, which is chest, triceps and a bit of delts, I'll probably get some photos in the trunks then and compare those to the fasted check-ins that you saw yesterday morning, which I'm having a look back at now and I feel very good. I also want to talk a little bit later about kind of, I've spoken about what shows I'm doing and that, but I think I want to go into a little bit more detail of how I'm really planning this next 3 to 4 months of my life in terms of the competing aspect and how I'm going about it and what, just like show to show and stuff like that. And I know I've briefly mentioned it, but I probably will later sit down and talk you through like why I'm doing this show, why I want to do that show, then when we're going for this show, when's the last show. I've got 100 grams of salmon, 300 gram egg whites, best tomato ketchup in the world, which you have to have. I can't eat it without the ketchup. I could, but I don't want to. Then I've actually got no dark chocolate oats this morning. I've got maple brown sugar Quaker oats, which I used to get out here. When I come out here in 2021, I got stuck in the lockdown for like 6 months out here. The maple and brown sugar oats are the best Quaker oats flavour you can get. So I've got 4 sachets of that, which is like 160 grams of oats, 1 banana, 10 gram of honey. So today we're going to keep fats low, we're going to keep carbohydrates at 600. Probably totals me about 1700 gram of carbs across 2 days. A lot more fat in yesterday's day, but that's what you get when you go out for an off plan. I probably won't be doing that anymore up until the shows. When I have high days, they'll just be, you know, 700, 800, 900 carb, moderate fat, controlled, a little bit more controlled, but with potentially, you know, with potentially 4, 6, 8, 12, 14 weeks out. So I just wanted to have a little bit of a feed up, drop the cardio for 2 days, get the legs back. Leg training yesterday went amazing. As you can see in some of the videos, I'm not really full sending the leg press or the hack. I haven't been doing any movements in knee sleeves for like 1.5 years now. So like, I was building up on the Cybex hack for like 7 plates sleeveless for reps, for like 8 or 9 reps. And then obviously I had the issue with the knee. So I'm just not trying to full send the hack and the leg press. For me, yesterday was about getting in there, hitting everything hard, bar those 2 movements. I'm probably, you notice in the videos, I'm squatting a lot slower. I'm not going as deep because when I go deep on the hack or on the leg press, my glutes get involved over my quads. And it's my quads that need more work. My glutes can get direct stimulus from the thrust and the splits. I feel my glutes most on split squats and thrust. Whereas a lot of people feel their quads on split squats. I don't feel my quads at all. And my quads need building heavily. So I was doing slow control and leg press, just trying to feel the quad. And then when my quad kind of gives out and my glutes take over, I just rack it. Same with the hack, I was going not all the way down, trying to keep that tension on the quad to about 80% of the way down instead of like sinking all the way in, which I always do. And maybe that's why my glutes are pretty strong because I've always squatted deep, always on everything. But now I was just trying to stay on the quad. So with those 2 movements, that's why I think I'm mega heavy. But adductors, I actually did adductor, which I didn't film as well, which was really nice. I think it's called a glutenator, kind of goes out and down for the glute. The thrusts were really good, got up to 7 plates on that, which was a PB from the other day. And then the split squats were absolutely wrecked me. So we had a really good leg session and my knee feels good today. Even yesterday, without getting up and trying to do steps, and because we didn't have cardio, we did 12K steps out here. So today I'm going to try and do 8 to 10, give the legs a breather. Tomorrow we are back to watt bike, 45 minutes every single morning, 15K steps, back to normal food. I'm not going to make any adjustments. 2,900 calories, 2,500 because I'm dropping well on that. Take me a few days to drop the water off, and then hopefully we'll probably by next weekend, if we can be in the hundreds or under 100, that then gives me 3 weeks. I'd like to be around condition-wise at 97 for the first show. I think that's lean enough to not look out of place on a stage. And then obviously I do actually feel now I will probably get to like peeled. I'll probably be like It depends because you've got compounds that retain water and stuff like that, GH and yohimbine, and obviously I've reduced my test slightly, so those esters will start coming out slowly and drop a little bit of water. So scale weight is hard, but peeled inside out, flat, might be 93, 94. So still got a way to go, but if I can get to 97 before that first show, and then have 2 high days load up, 98 and a half, 98, it's going to be an okay look. Might not be enough to win, but again, I just want to enjoy that first show. It's a warm-up show for me. It's enjoying the experience of what's to come, and we then keep on pushing to bring inside out for 6, 8, 12, 14. So I'm going to enjoy this, and I'll catch up with you guys soon.